Hello, dear students. Welcome to science class. So today we are going to learn the last topic in the lesson: transportation in plants and animals. So the last part is transportation of substance in plants. All these days we were learning about transportation in animals. Okay, so we learned about the circulatory system and also we learned about the excretory system. Now we are learning about plants. So as you all know that in plants there is a vast difference between the absorption of water and preparing of food. See here, we all know that the absorption of water takes place in the root, and even though the absorption is taken by the root, actually the whole plant needs water. And we all know that the leaf is the region where food is prepared by the help by a process called photosynthesis. For the process of photosynthesis, plant need water. Okay, water is the main component. Along with water, sunlight is there, carbon dioxide is there. But water is also a main component, isn't it? So, if root is absorbing the water, this water should be transported to all the parts of the plant, including leaves, everything, fruits, bud, okay, branches, stem, okay, for the preparation of food. And also, when leaf is preparing the food, that food should be transported to all the parts of the body, because all the parts of the body need energy, isn't it, for growth, for various purposes. Food is needed. If food and water is not transported to different parts of the plant, then the plant may die. Okay, so that is what there should be a transportation. Today we will learn how transportation is carried out in the plants. See here, transport of water and minerals. First, we will learn about transport of water and minerals. Plants absorb water and minerals by roots. So, along with water, minerals are already present in the soil. So, along with water, minerals are also absorbed by a root through root hairs. So, in the root, a root is having branches, understood? So you learned about a fibrous root, tap root and all. So these roots will be having small hair like structure called root hair. So it is this root hair is absorbing the water, okay, from in the soil. So these root hairs are so minute that it will be reaching the minute places of the, so you know that the soil is having very small gaps. So in these small gaps the root hairs can move and it can collect water, understood? So it can absorb the water. So in the soil there will be water, okay, because we have to water the plant and the soil will be having moisture in the moisture in soil will have moisture, and also soil will be having oxygen also. So the soil will be porous, so soil will be having small holes or pores, so that there will be water and oxygen in them. Okay, and you have to remember that all the parts of the plant is respiration will be there. As you learned in the animals, even plants will also respire, even the roots will respire. Okay, that is for respiration. What is needed? Oxygen is needed. Okay, so for respiration plants take oxygen. Only for photosynthesis plants is taking carbon dioxide. Okay, but what we will say when we ask what do plants, which type of gas the plants take for preparation of food, means you have to tell carbon dioxide. But does it not taking oxygen? Yes, it is also taking oxygen for respiration. Okay, but it gives more of oxygen during photosynthesis, understood? So the amount of oxygen that is given by the plants is more than the amount of oxygen taken by the plants for respiration. So we will not it is very negligible. So we will say that plants give oxygen and take carbon dioxide, but actually plants is also respiring. If it respires, it will get energy, isn't it? Yes. So the root hairs will absorb the water. So plants have, after absorbing the water by the root hairs, see here, plants have pipe like vessels So, like blood vessels in the body, human body, here also pipe-like vessels to transport water and nutrients. So, what is that made up of? Pipe made up of? So, that pipe is made up of tissue. Tissue. What is tissue? See here, a tissue is a group of cells that perform specialized function in an organism. So cells will form, okay, the cells will for group together to form a tissue, and this tissue is working for something. Okay, here the tissue is working for transport of food and water. See a xylem. Can you see the xylem word? Yes. Xylem is a tissue, okay, that helps in the transport of water. So xylem for transport of water and nutrients. While phloem, can you see the word phloem? For transport of food. So xylem is a tissue that helps in the transport of water, and phloem is a tissue that is helping in the transport of food. There are two tissue, and those tissues are called what? Vascular tissues. Here xylem and phloem together they form vascular tissue. Understood how in the body of human beings we will say blood vessels, no? Like that in plants it is called vascular tissue. And what are those vascular tissues? Xylem and phloem. Xylem for conducting water, phloem for conducting food. So can you see the picture? See, this is xylem for transportation of water. See, from its the upper arrow mark says that water is moving from the root to upward part of the plant for the shoot. And phloem, see, phloem, it is bringing the food to all parts of the body. So there is two-way movement. It is taking the food to everywhere. Okay. The next is transpiration. So then the next topic given in your textbook is transpiration. What is transpiration? Transpiration means evaporation of water through the stomata present on the surface of the leaf is called transpiration. So we all know that how we will sweat now, how we will remove the waste from the body. In the same way, even the plants will remove water from its body, and that removal of water or evaporation of water is called transpiration. Okay, even why the plants will remove water from its body? Because if more and more, if water is gone from the body of the plant, more and more water can be absorbed by the roots. So if it absorbs more and more water, what will happen? It will get minerals also along with it. Yes or no? Yes. And also by transpiration the plant also feels cool. The body of the plant feels cool. Understood? That is also there. So see here, the evaporation of water through the stomata present on the surface of the leaf is called transpiration. Transpiration generates a suction pull which can pull water to great heights in tall trees, because there will be, see, the sunlight through from where the transpiration is taking place. So transpiration is take place from the leaves. The leaves will be having opening. Understood? And that is called stomata. Small opening will be there, that is called stomata. Thus when the stomata opens, the water will be going outside from the plant to the atmosphere. Understood? So if more water is there in the plant, the stomata will open. Even the stomata will be is in control. If more water is there, means stomata will open. If less water is there, stomata will close. Okay, so in the evening the stomata will be closed. So if in the afternoon, if when there is too much of sunlight, the stomata will open and will remove the water to make the plant cool. And also because of this pull, because the water is going from the upside, okay, from down, the root can absorb more and more water. That is called transpiration. Suction pull, that is called suction pull. Okay, so how much ever the plant is, how much ever the, we are going to see the video that explains how the plants take water from the roots and transport the water and food to all parts of the body. And also we will see how the water is transpirated, or how transpiration takes place in plants. So you can see that the root hairs, can you see the root hairs, small hairs is transporting water from the soil into inside the plant, and from the root the water moves to the shoot, that is the stem, branches and leaf, and the tissue that is responsible for transportation of water is xylem. So xylem acts as a pipeline. Then water then also enters inside the leaf, and from the leaf the water is transpirated or is gone outside through stomata. You can see the picture of stomata. The stomata is having a small opening, and that opening is controlled by guard cells. So in the evening, if there is no sunlight, the stomata is closed, and during the summer, I mean during the hottest temperature, the stomata will open. And not only the stomata is carrying transpiration, along with stomata, in the stem of the plant or in the trunk of the tree also, there is a structure called lenticels. Okay, so lenticels means they are small holes in the stem. Through lenticels also water is gone outside. Okay, so in the leaf, stomata will help in transpiration. Okay, stomata is a small hole. Okay, and the stomata is guarded by or controlled by guard cells. Okay, so you can see the guard cells here. Okay, so these guard cells will control the opening and closing of stomata. If more amount of water is there in the plant, the stomata will open. If less amount of water is there in the plant, the stomata will close. Okay, and during the hottest part of the day, that is during the afternoon, the stomata will open. Okay, and the transpiration will be more because of the heat. And during the night, the transpiration is very less. So this is the guard cells helping in closing and opening of stomata. You can see the sunlight, during which there will be more amount of transpiration, and transpiration is also done by lenticels. Okay, there's minute holes through which the water is gone outside. So that is how transpiration takes place, through stomata, through lenticels, and also through the leaf surface. Even through the leaf surface also, no, apart from stomata. Okay, stomata is the opening for the water to go. Okay, for the exchange of gases, for the water to go outside. But except apart from stomata, even leaf surface will also release small amount of water. So higher amount of water is gone through stomata. The next is lenticels. A little amount of water is gone, and a very little amount of water is also gone outside to the atmosphere through the leaf surface, and that is done by through cuticle. Okay, so that is why this cuticle is present on the upper surface. So very little amount of water is gone, and but this stomata is there at the lower surface. Below the leaf, you can see the stomata. Okay, upper surface will be having a waxy layer. Means what? The upper layer will not allow too much of water to go outside. Okay, so and that is why stomata is there at the lower surface. You can see the small holes in the leaf at the lower surface, not at the upper surface. Upper surface will be having waxy coating. Okay, so very little amount of water is gone through cuticle from the upper layer of the leaves. So this is what they are telling. Okay, so they are showing that transpiration plants can take place in three ways: through stomata, through lenticels, and also through cuticle. Okay, from the leaf surface. So this is all about the about the video. Hope you understood this lesson. Okay, so tomorrow I'll be sending you the classwork notes. So please complete the classwork and learn for the exam. So very soon you will be having the exam. Please learn the lesson for the exam.